Yeah?
We're good.
We rolling?
Yeah, we're rolling.
Let's see here. I mean, I don't want to give everything away here. I don't want to give away all the surprises, but there's some shit that's about to go down here. Carl does not fuck around. Arg, my dick. You know, what are you gonna do? She wanna rhyme with a little bit, glitz for the business, trust fund benefit, never had to work for shit. Pussy sells records. Pussy sells records. It's January 8th. We're in my studio, and today we're gonna be looking at some pages and doing a preview of my new comic book, which is Carl, the cat that makes peanut butter sandwiches. We're doing this book as a 24-page one-shot comic book, and Nerdcore is publishing it, and we're going to put it out for the New York Comic Con next month in February. So it's a convention exclusive, and it'll be like signed and numbered, and you can get it at New York at the Nerdcore table. That's where I'll be sitting. Grew up a little kitten, not fitting in. His mom and his siblings wanted him to just, you know, hang out and play with a ball of yarn like everyone else, but it turned out he had this special talent to make the greatest peanut butter sandwiches in the world. He's got an order to fill for the mob. His girlfriend Yuki, who is a nymphomaniac. But we see Carl, you know, kind of stressed out. He's stacking sandwiches. This mobster's like, "What, your hot Asian girlfriend? What's she like?" "She's a nymphomaniac, Lonnie. She needs sex 24 hours a day. I'm exhausted." Yuki wants to come with him so she can suck his dick in the van. And Carl's just like, sigh. On the table she has a bunch of toys and lubes and whatnot. And this is a little shout out to my boy Derek. I Fuck Models Hard, Volume 5, directed by Derek P. A little shout out to my boys John Gibson and Chris Carl from Nerdcore. Eskimos have been interfering in Carl's business. Eskimos are not fucking around. If his business gets ruined, he's not going to take that lightly. The book sort of turns into like a revenge story at the same time. When I write, I just write out the dialogue. I don't really need to put the action in there because I know what is going to happen on the page and I see the way the panels are going to be broken down. When I write, I just script it with the dialogue in mind. So Y stands for Yuki, that's her dialogue. C is Carl. And then I take a pencil and I sort of like bracket it off. Like this is panel 1, page 2, this is panel 2, this is panel 3, panel 4. And then page 3 starts here. This is the ghetto man's script. That's like how I do it for me because I know what the visuals are. So there's no descriptions of anything happening. This is page 15 of the comic, and it's a splash page featuring Yuki, Carl's hot nymphomaniac girlfriend, and one of her lesbian lovers, and she's on the cell phone with Carl. This is basically like my pencils before I go to inks. This is kind of as tight as they get. You go a little tighter when I'm doing females, just because it's more difficult to get the anatomy right. I'm more particular about it. With dudes, I don't care. It's like I can draw guys blindfolded. It's just all straight lines and whatever, but that's the basic blueprint. And then I do all my work really in the inking stage. So let's take this over here and chunk in some blacks. So let's chunk in some blacks here on this. This is an old toothbrush I've been using for 15 years. Not to brush my teeth with it. And then I just take like, I just test it out on like junk mail. Like I got a letter, 6 free hours of great entertainment. It's like a porn DVDs. For me, like the inking stage is the critical stage. It's where all the energy comes in. What I sort of learned from like looking at like Ralph Steadman's art is just the energy behind his line and doing kind of quick gestural things with ink, and you can do like splatter effects like that, you know. It just makes shit look more dynamic and more energized instead of just sort of like a flat, kind of boring, traditional inking style. I can't really do that kind of look. It can even do like the panel border this way. For me, it's like the lines. Lines don't have to be straight. They don't have to be done with a ruler anymore. The looser the better. Just sort of like make up your own style, and it might take a while to find your own style, but once you got it, it's on. Cool. All right. Well, while this dries, we'll go to the table and do some line work. And then after I've chunked in blacks, I usually just come to the table and I'll, ink in line work. I just do all the sound effects too, by hand. This X indicates that this is going to be solid black right here, so I know later what's going on. These are Eskimos' arms flying through the air being like chopped off in a row by Carl. So you have like the big one, and they just get smaller towards Carl back here, who's got like a sword, and he's just sort of slicing and dicing his way through these dudes. Funnest stuff to draw, right here, like these kind of just totally exaggerated dynamic shots. This kind of stuff, just getting weird with like the lettering and forced perspective and things in the foreground, and this is kind of another example of that, just like classic comic book kind of formula, almost like maybe Jack Kirby style or something, just something in the immediate foreground, middle ground, and then background. It sort of just creates this really dynamic looking thing. It looks like there's actual perspective and intense action going on. And that's one of the fun things about being a cartoonist, is just learning how to do that kind of stuff. So yeah, after I do the finished inked pages, I scan them and send them to my homeboy Justin Stewart, and he's coloring them. So this is an example of like one of the colored pages, and the color palette we're doing on this is like really simple and stark, and kind of like old school, cartoony. Yuki has pink hair. Fire, revenge right here in this panel, all red, just pure rage. The fury of Carl is about to be unleashed right there. That's a fun one. This one I was very specific that Justin color the brains right in here pink. He didn't color them pink, it was just...
Where are the brains? Oh, down there.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
She wanna rhyme over limerick, glitz on the business, trust fund benefit, never had to work for shit. Pussy sells records. Pussy sells records. You wanna rhyme over limerick, glitz on the business, trust fund benefit, never had to work for shit. Pussy sells records. Pussy sells records. I drink vodka from mason jars. My savage is so ill. My Floyd is like vines. Look what you can't touch.
Cool, so that's about it for Carl, the cat that makes peanut butter sandwiches. Fuckers gotta get out of here now so I can get back to work.
Fitted socks cap, Chicago is home base. The night is part 8. My savage is ingrained. The Floyd's my new name. You get the look, you get the rhymes, you get the bitches, you get the deeks. Cool, deeks, 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 deeks. You wanna rhyme over limerick, glitz on the business, trust fund benefit, never had to work for shit. Pussy sells sells records. Pussy sells records. You wanna rhyme with